Well, nearly a dozen new laws now in effect across South Carolina will impact public schools all around the state.
Education policy to improve transparency, keep teachers in the classroom, and protect your kids earned a major focus of the General Assembly this year.
State House reporter Mary Green explains what these changes will mean for your students.
Governor Henry McMaster says one of the highlights of the legislature's work here this year is another raise to teachers' starting pay. It'll get South Carolina within striking distance of the governor's goal of a $50,000 minimum by next year. But it's far from the only action lawmakers took this year that'll impact students and teachers across the state.
I think it's reflective of the focus and priority that both the legislature and the governor has been putting on K-12 education in recent years.
Teachers say the biggest win is the passage of the Educator Assistance Act, which will reduce burdensome paperwork requirements and reform teachers' contract process.
It's going to improve their working conditions. It demonstrates respect for the profession, and I think it's going to have a really profound impact on teacher morale, which is going to bleed into recruitment and retention efforts across our state.
I think people finally got it, like what we've been saying for years, like this is not fair, like we need somebody to take a look at all this.
Another new law will allow people with prior work experience in other fields to be eligible for higher pay right away if they pursue a second career as a teacher.
Whether that's working in a science lab, if you're a chemistry teacher, or whether that's serving as an instructional assistant who later becomes a kindergarten teacher.
More changes will create a pilot program for schools to hire non-certified teachers if they're dealing with vacancies, require local school board meetings be live streamed online, and permit school districts to hire armed private security. The most controversial of the new education laws is the one that reinstates the school voucher program, designed to give certain families public money to send their kids to private schools. The state Supreme Court struck down an earlier iteration of this spending last summer.
We still think what they've done is unconstitutional, even with adding the trustees or adding the lottery or however they dressed it up. It's still taking public funds for private education, so we still have a problem with that.
The South Carolina Education Association was one of the plaintiffs in that lawsuit that ultimately resulted in the Supreme Court's ruling on the previous voucher plan. The SCEA says it's currently reviewing all options when it comes to legal action concerning this new version of it. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.